Hey guys, welcome back to another smart and simple programming video today. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to solve difficult problems in code. But basically, it can be used to solve any problems in code. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. So step 1 is to reread the problem. You should reread the problem 3 times. Each time will help you understand the task better of what you're trying to do. The first time you read it, you will kind of get an abstract idea of what you have to do. Next time, you'll get a more general idea. And the third time, you should be able to think of ways you can actually solve the problem. Step 2 is to break it down. Once you have strongly understood the problem, start thinking about what you should do for the task. Break it down into steps or functions. Write these steps down on a whiteboard or a piece of paper. Definitely buy a whiteboard. It's such a good investment. It really helps when you're dealing with programming problems. And you have to break it down into steps. So if you know functions or if you don't know functions, functions are basically just like little pieces of code that if you put it all together, it works out and it runs the problem. Break it down into these kind of functions. And you don't necessarily need functions, but just write down on a piece of paper these kind of ways, steps to get to the end of the problem, to get the end output. Write pseudocode or a flowchart. Pseudocode is a term for programmers that they use to write code in words on whiteboard or paper so you can get a good idea of what you are going to do. It can be helpful to draw data sets and variables you are going to use too. What this means is pseudocode really allows you to write down exactly what you're going to do in words, not in code. So you're not going to be dealing with that syntax, but you're going to be dealing with the logical part, which is going to help you get to the syntax and get to the end result. So, for example, if you're making a tic-tac-toe game, the first thing you'll be needing to do is create the board, a 3x3 board. So that's the first thing you can write in your pseudocode. Create 3x3 board. Then you could do the next one could be define X's and O's or whatever you want to do next. So that's a good way. Here is a flowchart on the opposite side. It's basically showing how a computer makes decisions. Not the best one for tic-tac-toe, but it can definitely be used. So, for example, if you need to decide if x is less than 5, do one thing or the other. So if it is, you subtract 5 to x. If you don't, you add 5 to x. Either one for yes or no. And then the step 4 is to write the code. Now it's actually time to write the code. Write it in the same language, in the same way you did as the pseudocode. So that way you'll know exactly what you wrote and exactly what has been planned. If your pseudocode doesn't work though, don't sweat it. If your code doesn't work, don't sweat it. Change the pseudocode or change the code. It'll all work out eventually. Because if you're doing what the pseudocode does, you'll be able, and in the pseudocode, it's a lot easier to see what you did wrong or what's not going to work as in the actual code. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like videos like this, leave a thumbs up. And remember to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video.